Hey everybody, what's up? It's Chad. How's it going? Hopefully you all had a great week. Next week is Thanksgiving. Woohoo! Anyway, just wanted to catch up on these markets. These markets are driving me crazy. So let's take a look. Up here in the top left-hand side, you've got the TLT. This is the bond iShares ETF. In the top right-hand corner, you have the dollar index. Bottom right-hand corner, we have S&P 500, and bottom left-hand corner, we got oil. So we talked a lot last time about what's been going on in these markets, but over the last, really, since the election, it's really gone crazy. It's gone a completely different direction than it was going before. So let's start off with oil because that sort of seems to be the easiest. It looks like we're in this range from about 52 all the way down to 40, but really about 45, 42, 43, something like that. And we've hit the 200-day moving average, so it looks like we're probably moving up. Looks like we're bouncing off this 200-day moving average, and looks like we might be moving up with oil. Now, the interesting thing about that is what's going on with the rest of the world. So bonds, huge decrease, right? Boom. The dollar index, huge increase, right? Boom, right there. And the S&P 500, huge increase, especially when you look at on election night, we were really down in this area right here. But we opened above the 200-day moving average and bounced off it. So what does that mean? How can we be moving up in the dollar and moving up in the S&P 500? This doesn't really make sense. We all kind of understand it's more intuitive why bonds would be moving down and the stock market would be moving up. But usually what happens with the dollar is if we're moving up like this, that means our goods are going to be more expensive overseas. So that should bring down our earnings for at least for multinationals, and therefore the S&P 500 should go down. But there are times when you see both an increase in the dollar and an increase in the S&P 500. And one of those, if you think about it, if companies are making more, that means they're selling more goods for higher prices. If the dollar is going up, that means the dollar is also more expensive. So what kind of an environment do prices for everything go up? That would be inflationary environments. And furthermore, if we do see oil move up, that would further substantiate an inflationary type of environment. So does that mean we're moving into higher inflation? Very possibly. Look at even bonds. I forgot to mention bonds. So bonds go down in inflationary environments because yields go up. They have to go up, right? Because everything else is going up. So does this look like inflation to you? It kind of does to me. At least maybe the start of it. Is it showing in the CPI? No, it's really not, which is really strange. Prices in the CPI have been pretty stable now for a long time. A couple of years ago, the CPI had gone up to 0.4%, 0.5%, but now they're back down to around 0.1%, which doesn't make complete sense, right? Of course, then we think about that markets are leading indicators compared to economics. So if we continue to see this picture of inflation, this would be a leading indicator of what we will see about 6 months down the road. So are we going to see an uptick in inflation 6 months from now? Very possibly, especially if we get all this fiscal stimulus that Donald Trump is considering enacting when he starts his presidency. So it's very, very possible that very, very well may be what we're seeing. So I hope you all have a really fantastic Thanksgiving. Try not to think about the possible coming inflation. You know, if inflation does start to come, then you will see the Federal Reserve start to raise rates again as well. So that could be a hit to the S&P 500. So we got to watch that as well. But for now, the dollar index going up does some of the Federal Reserve's work. It's basically like tightening. So anyway, just some food for thought there at the end. Um, hope you all have a great Thanksgiving next week. And please subscribe to this channel. And otherwise, have a great weekend. All right. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.